Hey, welcome back to Midas Letter Live. My guest this segment is the one and only Hadley Ford, CEO of iAnthus Capital Holdings, trading on the CSE under the symbol IAN, one of the best performing cannabis stocks in the history of cannabis stocks. Hadley, how are you doing?
I'm doing just wonderfully.
You know, that's quite an intro for somebody who doesn't even own the stock.
That's pretty good. You need to go out and buy some.
I know. I
did notice on your opening montage it had our name and then it had like negative stock price next to it. I don't know. You guys need to change the montage. I know. I saw.
Well, we're gonna fix that, whatever that is. Technical department, can we get on that, please? So Hadley, how is it all going? You've got so many sort of tentacles out there going in every direction and throughout the United States. How many states are you in now?
We're in 6 states now, and we continue to have discussions with players in a lot of other states. So we would expect later this year we'll be in many more tentacles going out across the U.S.
Okay, well, I'm hoping to get more intimate with those tentacles over time. You announced on July 24th that you have begun construction on a new 39,500 square foot medical cannabis facility in Mid-Orange State, New York. Yes, up in Warwick, New York. Actually, the local community was very welcoming. It was an old prison, so there's some irony to that people may have been incarcerated there on the very spot where we are now building what hopefully will be a 200,000 square foot, 250,000 square foot facility over time. It's a good day for us. It was a good day for the company. It's a good day for the community, and a very good day for the patients of New York. Oh, fantastic. So when do you think this facility will come online?
Probably about 14 months from now. You got to level the land and put up the structure, and then you got to plant your crop, and you have to harvest it. So, and I would say sometime, what are we in August now? Geez, where's the summer going? It's probably sometime third, fourth quarter next year.
Very cool. Is this now the state of New York? Is it strictly medical in New York at this point?
It's strictly medical today, although I don't know if you were a big fan of Sex and the City, but Cynthia Nixon launched her hat into the ring for the gubernatorial campaign a few months ago, and one of the legs of the campaign platform that she had was to full legal cannabis. Cuomo, politician that he is, didn't want to get outflanked to the left, and he embraced that as well. So they're putting together commissions. They're studying it, they're looking at it, and then we're also helped that in the state of New Jersey, Governor Murphy is all for a full rec program. And I'll tell you right now, the first time someone gets on the PATH train, gets off in Secaucus, pays a bunch of tax dollars to Governor Murphy and gets back on the PATH train to Penn Station, before that train pulls in the station, New York will be full rec.
Wow. That's good news. So
it should be good news.
Yeah, you bet. So Hadley, from where you sit, what's the timeline looking like until federal deprohibition in the United States?
You know, we've got a little maverick in the White House, so it's really hard to handicap. I mean, he could come out and decriminalize stuff before the midterm elections if he wants to give something to the Republican side of the equation and take some momentum away from the Democrats. But you know, I think in reality, you're probably talking about the second half of the next administration, whether that's Republican or Democrat. I don't think, politics bubble up slowly. I don't think anyone sort of in the White House is going to want to fall on the sword anytime soon. Although we are seeing a lot of support both sides of the aisle in the House and in the Senate. A lot of bills put forth. Some things have even made it out of committee. It's just a matter of time.
Right. Okay. Great. So what's the big what's the big picture for iAnthus in 2018, 2019?
Global domination.
Oh, excellent.
No, I think the big picture is to stick right to our knitting, which has been to acquire great operating partners in great states, build out what we euphemistically call a network of cash registers. That's a licensed relationship with a patient or a customer, and then continue to sell high-quality product at a reasonable price and ensure patients get the medicine they need and ensure customers get the products they desire.
Well, fantastic. So you're in 6 states now. How many other states have you got your eyeball
on? 44.
Okay, I guess a dumb question gets a smart answer. That's 44. Wow. So, no, but realistically, now I know in the context of forward-looking statements,
Yeah.
there's currently, what, 30 states that you could plant a flag in the ground and acquire other operating companies? And I'm sure that
and you know, we think about things in terms of an addressable market. So we look for states that have large addressable markets, a good population, good programs, you know, large list of indications and ingestion methods, or in some instances, full recreational markets. So we like a large addressable market. We also like to have limited competition. So there's probably a half dozen states that would meet that. You know, in particular, California looks good if you can find the right brand, operator, distributor. That would be very positive. We like Arizona. We like Nevada. On the East Coast, New Jersey, Maryland are good states. So we'll be continually active. You know, to date this year we've made 2 acquisitions. You know, my expectation would be over the next 12 months we would see a similar cadence to the type of acquisitions, you know, the size and whatnot that we've done to date.
Fantastic. And it seems like everybody's throwing money at you here.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the market has changed dramatically over the last several years. You know, we started the company up 4 years ago, and you know, we'd be down in the boiler rooms, and there'd be guys in T-shirts, you know, with toothpicks saying, you know, what do you got? What do you got? And now we actually have conversations with investors that have familiar names. I actually was in a meeting about 2 weeks ago. A portfolio manager came in, and I recognized him. He recognized me. I actually had written his recommendation to business school 12 years ago. So you've definitely seen a change from the type of investor that we're attracting. We're getting up into some blue chip household names from a fund management perspective. I think you'll see a rotation out of some asset classes into cannabis as people recognize, especially in the U.S. markets, what the growth opportunities look like going forward.
Sure. And in that context, are big capital pools starting to look at cannabis, or are they already in cannabis, or are the majority of them still sniffing around and deciding where they're going to sort of dive in?
You know, the big guys are still tipping their toes into the water, right? I had a conversation yesterday with a $1 trillion fund based here in the U.S., and you know, it was the small cap analyst, and he was very, very interested in cannabis. It's clear he'd done some work. It's clear he needs to do some more work. But you know, a year ago we wouldn't have those conversations. Maybe it was some cocktail banter, but real work wasn't getting done. So I would say we're probably 12 to 18 months away from a full rotation and comfort level from the big U.S. investors into the cannabis sector. But it's inevitable that it's going to happen. You know, investors like to make money, and they're going to go after the growth. And cannabis is one of the highest growth industries in the world right now.
Fantastic. Hadley, we're going to leave it there for now, but it's almost time for us to come and make movies at some of your locations, don't you think?
I think that would be an excellent idea, and you ought to wear that shirt.
Yes, I will wear this shirt. Awesome. Okay, Hadley, good luck. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, thanks a lot. Always a pleasure.
Thank you.